Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Two Tone reacting to today's news coming out of Barcelona. And it's been a pretty busy day today. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's been a pretty busy day. Um, I don't know if y'all seen my short, but after having a chance to digest what happened, man, I'm sick, bro. I don't think I've seen one Barcelona fan happy about the news that took place today. Let's just jump right into it, dog. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. If you haven't heard by now, breaking news. I mean, it ain't breaking by now, but earlier today, I want to say about 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. Yeah, it says 4 hours ago. Al Nassr agrees a deal to sign Iñigo Martinez. Here we go. Bro, I'm telling you, at the time I got the alerts from Fabrizio Romano, and I seen that, and I'm like, wait, what? Was he hacked? I'm asking, like, was he hacked? What? Where did this information come from? Like, out the blue. I haven't heard any rumor whatsoever involving Iñigo Martinez leaving the club. But here we are. Not only that happened, I promise you, maybe 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, breaking news. Here we go. And I'm like, damn, all that happened quickly. So, yeah, man, he got his exit. Apparently, after Fab posted this, he was basically saying that Iñigo Martinez thought that he was no longer physically able to play at 50 matches and in the season at the highest level. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if this is just me. I'm not saying esports is an unreliable source. I'm not here for that. I'm just a random YouTuber, is what I've been told. um, Inigo, I think he could play another 50 games at the highest level if he wanted to. I think it was beyond that. I think if he already knew that, he would have known that at the end of last season. Like, oh shit, man, I don't think I can do that again. So, if that's how he felt, I don't think he made that decision after flying to Asia with the club to play a preseason tour, then realizing he has nothing left. I think for a while he probably thought about the move throughout the summer. Probably was seeing what was going to happen with the club. I think part of his decision is also knowing that him making 14 million is what I saw. That would help with registration. I don't. So if you ask me, I don't think it was a last minute issue with I mean, I almost called him Ter Stegen. I would never disrespect a club legend like that. Yeah, I'm calling Iñigo club legend, by the way. But um, getting back on point, Iñigo, I don't think he made that decision last minute. You're gonna know. I think he's 34, 35. He's gonna know at the end of the last season if he can do that all over again. I think he probably been made that decision. They saying he had a clause in his contract that where if a Saudi Arabia club makes an offer, he can go. It hurts to see, man. It sucks because it's like I love that partnership between him and Kubarsi. The diagonal passes they both can make. Inigo with his left, Kubarsi with his right. We're gonna lose that dynamic, especially if we don't look to replace him, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later. We're gonna lose that dynamic. I think Christensen can fill a role. Same from Ronald, I guess to a lesser extent, but that specific style of play that we had last year, that's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. Even if we find a replacement who may be left footed, I doubt it. Is he going to be better than Inigo with the tight budget that we have? Anybody that we sign is going to be a market opportunity. We're not going to go out and break the bank for Bastoni or something like that. We're not going to do that. So this is what they're saying though. They saying that he felt he no longer physically was capable of playing that many matches. If that is the case, I mean, I hate for him to come to that conclusion right before the season started. But I personally think he probably knew that and understood the club situation. I do think part of his decision was, all right, I'm gonna use my 14 million to help the club register some new signings since Ter Stegen is not going to help out, and we're going to talk about him a little bit later. And on top of that, they're probably going to give him crazy wages over there, and he left as a winner in my eyes, because not only did you win a treble, you didn't complain, you came on a free. Not only did you achieve that last season, but you are looked at as a hero, understanding the club situation. And I'm not going to say you own nothing. 14 million is a lot of money. But walking away and leaving that so the club can now utilize that space to register, that's a big help. That's a big help. So, you know, but I'm going to miss him on the field, man. That passion Iñigo used to show, it used to get me hype as a fan, man. Like, I used to feel the same energy whenever he would go out there and go crazy. So, we're going to miss Iñigo for sure, man. We are. They are saying of the 14 million that Barcelona is saving in salary-wise in Iñigo's departure, only around 60% can be used in terms of FFP due to the club not being within the 1-1 rule yet. I like this comment. I don't know if y'all can see that, where it says our biggest enemy after Bartomeu is the 1-1 rule. Forget the Champions League. Let's achieve the 1-1 rule first. And I'm not going to lie, bro. At this point, I'm exhausted of hearing the 1-1. I felt the last few years we were going to be at the 1-1 rule, and apparently at this point, I'm just under the belief that we're never going to get it back. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like at this point, we're never going to get it back. I mean, we'll see. Because I feel like every year is always something. Something comes up on why we can't do this and do that. I'm just bored of it. 60% of 14 million is still a good chunk of change. It's a little bit over 7.5 million. So we could still do something. It's not going to solve all of our problems. It would have definitely helped more being back at the 1-1 rule and using the full 100%, but whatever. We got to work with what we got. So I just thought I'd throw in that little tad bit. It's good that we're able to save on his wages, but we can't really take full advantage of it just because we're not at this 1-1 rule yet. So that's annoying, bro, but it is what it is on that. So because we have now sold our only left foot center back, it looks like Hansi Flick probably, and this again kind of reiterates why I don't believe this was a last-minute decision. Probably some people within the club probably knew this was a possibility, so Hansi Flick was already ahead of it by already trying Gerard Martin at left center back. And I'm not going to lie to you, compared to him playing at left back or left center back, and I know it's just the Asian preseason tour. The competition is not the same as what he's going to see in La Liga, but I have more confidence in him as a center back from what I've seen as a left back. Every time we try to run an all-side track with him at the left back, it always felt uncomfortable watching him. Like he just didn't really know when to step up, it just felt weird. And, I mean, look, his final ball was always impressive. He knows how to whip a decent ball into the box, so I'm going to give him credit on that. But we have better options, and I think we have a certain identity we want from our fullbacks. And he didn't totally fit it. I do think he's better defending than he is going forward. So, looks like we really going to have to rock with Gerard Martin as a left center back. I don't think he's going to start. I think he's going to rotate for sure, probably against the lesser teams to start off, unless we need a rotation. But I think if it's me, my two starting center backs is Christensen and Kubarsi. But after seeing Ronald Araujo and Kubarsi start, I think it was the last two preseason matches. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was the last two. But for sure the last one. And seeing them start together, I think they're probably going to have Kubarsi play out left because his passing range is better. And he could probably be more acclimated playing on the left. And then have Ronald play in a more comfortable right center back position. I put quotations because a lot of times I'm watching him, I'm really not that comfortable, but he tries. He tries, I guess. But let me know what y'all think about this, man. Gerard Martin as our left center back, understanding that we don't have a lot of money. We're going to be saving all of his money, the 60% of it at least, to help registration. Gerard Martin at left center back. Okay. I mean, I can't really say what I should expect from the preseason tour. He should be okay, but he's a squad player. I don't know if he's going to be ready to be the starter coming out just because he's left-footed. So more to come on that. But I'm going to wish him luck because at the end of the day, if he performs well, then the club performs well. So I'm rooting for him. That's for sure. Let's get to the next topic. What we gonna talk about here? Yeah, let me get to Ter Stegen, bro. Ter Stegen. So I never had a chance to really react to it. I was busy at work, but this is from earlier this morning when they were saying Ter Stegen refuses to sign the medical report, which is something we already knew. He also believes that the player registration isn't his responsibility. And fair enough to him, it's not. And he is determined to stay at the club, delusional, because I don't know why. Continue to fight for a starting spot and keeping the captain's armband. So we already know with keeping the captain's armband, my guy, we already done stripped that from you. So that dream right there is out the window. Fighting for a starting spot. I mean, like, just stop with that because you know what it is. So him continuously putting that out there, it pisses me off hearing that because it's like you know what it is. You know you're not going to start. I don't give a damn if you look like goddamn prime Buffon in training. You're never going to be playing as the number one goalkeeper for Barcelona ever again. It's not happening. I'm almost certain if Joan Garcia and Szczesny, if they both are down injured, I almost would rather us call somebody from Juvenile A, Barcelona B, than calling him in. I think they already say he's like fourth choice, fifth choice, bro. He's done. So kill me with, you know what I'm saying, all that fighting for the starting spot and keeping the armband, bro. It's over with. It's done, bro. It's done. Because as this came out right beforehand, they were saying that Barcelona has removed Ter Stegen from the captaincy, and the club's legal team is carefully preparing the official statement to avoid legal issues and prevent Ter Stegen from using it to intensify the conflict. I do think this is going to be something that's just going to have to be settled in court. And I hate to admit that, but I'm already seeing where it's going. It looks like Ter Stegen has dug in his heels, and he's going to die on that hill. But I cannot believe the way he's going out, bro. This is so... When you really think about it, when you put your pride to the side, and you just think about it from what he's achieved with the club, the highs and the lows, it's a privilege to be in that position, and it was his for the longest. It's sad to see him go out like this. I'm not even going to hold you. It's sad. It's hella petty. I've been Ter Stegen out before he did all this. More and more people by the day is on the Ter Stegen out bandwagon. So doing shit like this is only going to add more people to it, bro. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know at this point, what you're trying to accomplish. I think you probably know your legacy with the club is tarnished after that Ter Stegen out movement. Because that told you how the fans felt about you. You're going through what you're going through in your personal life, and I don't wish that on anybody, but, you know, that happened. Simultaneously, while dealing with the Ter Stegen out movement. Now you got yourself coming back from injury last season. Wanted to play so you can reach a bonus, but didn't get it. Held it against the club, not only because you didn't get your money, but also because you didn't play in some of our biggest matches of the season when you felt you were the best goalkeeper between you and Szczesny, but you were told that, nah, bro, you good, sit on the bench. And then after that, we signed Joan Garcia. He's pounding in all seasons. I mean, like, it's been so much, bro. At this point, just wrap it up, dog. Like, just wrap it up. Nobody wants you here, man. I'm gonna be honest. Nobody wants you here. And if you really gonna pick this petty little battle with the club over your own career, meaning an opportunity to play in the World Cup coming up, that just really shows the kind of man you are. And I can't respect that. I ain't gonna lie. At least Figo tried to go back to the club and try to get them to match his offer. We would cheat. We didn't want to do it. He left and went to the ops. I'm personally suggesting that Ter Stegen is worse than Figo. I'm going there. Yep, I'm going there. But that's just my personal opinion, man. Let me know what y'all think. On one half, I'm tired of talking about Ter Stegen, but on the other half, I mean, he gives me something new every day to talk about, and I've always despised him. I'm talking about for years when it was unpopular. I was complaining about Ter Stegen the year Xavi won the league because it was mainly about that defense, the back line, not Ter Stegen, not in my eyes. Goalkeepers are supposed to save shots. So when he saved it, good job. But the reason why we didn't concede that many goals that season was down to the defense and the style of play. Not because Ter Stegen was some wall that just nobody could get past. Oh well, man. If this the legacy he want to go out on, it's too late to change it now. The line's been drawn. So you either with Ter Stegen or you're not. And right now, the way I'm seeing it on social media, more often than not, people are leaning towards out than in. Let me know what y'all think on that. Look, I saw this and I wanted to highlight this because this is the summer Deco took over. He was made the official sporting director in He was made the official sporting director in 2023. But look at all these signings, bro, and ask me where are they at now. The fact that Romeo is still here, he's the last one standing, is crazy. But these are mainly Deco moves. None of them are here. Honestly, all of them flopped. Okay, Gudawan was solid. He was solid. But all of them, they flopped. I'm sorry. I'm saying all of them. Obviously, Iñigo. I'm removing him. Like, come on, rock with me. I'm not talking about Iñigo. Removing Iñigo. Looking at João Felix, flop. Romero, flop. Cancelo, mixed opinion. But what people thought we were getting, prime Dani Alves, we got nothing close to that. And what he lacked defensively didn't. It's not like his offense was so great that it can overshadow his poor defensive skills. It wasn't all that. So I'm going to say that flopped for how it turned out. But yeah, you remove Iñigo, none of these signings were good signings. We're still riding the coattails of what Armani, that's the signings that he made. Lewandowski, Koundé, Rafinha, Christensen. So, I don't know, man. I just saw this. I just thought, this would be a little tad bit to talk about because it's a shame to see that just 3 years ago, players signed 5-year contracts, and just 3 years ago, all of these guys are not here, except Romero, who's on his way out. Crazy. So, now that Iñigo's gone, are we going to go with Gerard Martin at left center back, or we're going to go with someone in the market as far as what they would deem as a market opportunity? I don't know who would be considered a market opportunity. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking at the comments to see if anybody throwing out any suggestions. I don't see anybody Free agents, center back. What do you mean by market opportunity? This has been a wild day, bro. It's been a wild day. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Um, Iñigo news came out of nowhere. We all reacted the same way, and it hurts that we don't look like we're gonna really get a replacement. But it is what it is, man. You know, I'm sure Hansi Flick is gonna work on something. If it's that bad leading up into January, maybe the club try to go in the January transfer window and try to make something happen. I don't know. I'm just throwing out, what could possibly happen. But I do appreciate y'all for sticking by and watching this one. Appreciate the love and support on my shorts I've been getting lately. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think about this. Like the video, share it, subscribe, all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, after a long day, I'm just gonna just chill, man. This is a normal day for Barcelona, though. If you're a fan, you know what it's like. But until then, I'm gonna catch y'all and see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.